What will be the most significant cultural change sparked by Bitcoin? That's what I will ask Bitcoin experts and enthusiasts at the Bitcoin conference in Amsterdam. What will be the most significant cultural change that is sparked by Bitcoin?
Oh, cultural change, it's interesting. Everything is decentralizing, and this gives the power to the individual back. So on a societal level, politicians and governments have to be way more service-based, and will be way more, maybe even like the Swiss model, where there's like every quarter a new voting system, where we're like, oh, do we want this or do we want that? The power goes back to the individual, and elites of the world, the political powers of the world, are now noticing that. They are now already getting with the elections the signal of like, oh, it's not working as it used to work. We need to listen to the people, and direct democracy and service-based governments will be a future thing.
I think we cannot imagine. It will really change the globe in total. So, you know, there's billions of people who have no access to real money, to hard money. The Western countries are exploiting the third world, let's say, since decades, since hundreds of years. I think it will really change totally everything.
In fiat world, you know, you can hire people and just have them sit around and without producing any real value, because you can just print money out of thin air and just borrow it, right? But with the Bitcoin, also the whole working culture will change, because you need to provide value. So that's definitely going to be a big change.
Cultural change. Well, in terms of how people are using Bitcoin, we're not just using it as a technology. We're using it to communicate. We're using it for art, music, sports. I think culture will absorb Bitcoin, and you'll see more quality. When people output their designs, their proof of work, they're going to spend more time on it. So yeah, culture. I think every culture is going to be enriched, no matter what you're doing, no matter who's using it. We're going back to, as Stacey and Max Kaiser say, Stacey Herbert, sorry, Max Kaiser, is Venice 2.0, right? The Renaissance.
I think the lower time preference, everyone will value the future more than they do now, because we're in this fiat world. Everyone wants to spend short term because the money's depreciating, so you have an incentive to spend as soon as possible. But with Bitcoin, with people valuing the future more, that will spark a revolution of people saving and having a lower time preference and building a better world.
I love talking about culture. I feel like culture in general is like very overlooked when it comes to crypto. I feel like culture is kind of like the glue that ties everything together. So I'm glad you're asking about that. As for the outcomes, right, cultural outcomes, man, again, like we've seen so many, you know, we've seen like celebrities adopt Bitcoin, and you know, we see. I don't like. I feel like Bitcoin, you know, is making appearances everywhere. I feel like it's already like been absorbed by pop culture. So, are we gonna see something even crazier than that? Sure, but I'm not really sure what that could be. I don't know. You have Elon Musk, you know, talking about Bitcoin every other day. So.